Well, good morning once again, and welcome back to new Traditions Dulcimers and ukuleles and psalteries and flutes and all sorts of wood crafts. This is number 856. This is another hourglass 25-inch VSL. This one is cherry. A really nice piece of cherry. And I'm just about ready to finish it up. I thought I'd let you come along while I go through that. I've got 10 applications of oil on it. It's been fine, not sanded, but I use steel wool, 4/0 steel wool from Libron out of the UK. Super fine steel wool to take any edge off of the finish. It's nice and smooth. So anyway, I'm going to install the hitch pins first. Holes are already drilled, don't worry. These are just brass hitch pins. Then I set my depth a really easy way, or my height, whichever you prefer, by just taking a string and set the ball end over the hitch pin and drive it down. And that gives me the right height for the hitch pin, for the string button, ball end of the string to go onto the hitch pin. So the next step is to go to my tuning machines. Now a tuning machine has a post, has a gear, and another gear, and they're opposing. So when you put string pressure on the post, you want that string pressure to pull against the gears, forcing them to work together. So when you install your tuning pin, your tuning heads, I have 4 holes on my headstock, so I will put my tuner in so that the gear is on the saddle side, so that the string, when I tune it, the string will force the post and the gear into the opposing gear. That way, your instrument stays in tune. So I get these repairs in my shop all the time saying my dulcimer or my guitar won't stay in tune when I string it up. Sure enough, you look at the peg head and you'll see that the tuners were installed incorrectly. And if they're installed backwards, that opens up this piece right here and allows it to slip. Really simple. So I'm going to install my tuners here and get them lined up, and then get my saddle, which I've already cut, and it's ready to go. And it'll fit in here, and I've got my nut that will fit in here. My nut's the one that was already cut. I've already got the nut set, and do a saddle, and we'll be good to go. So all right, so I'll go ahead and get these tuners installed, and we'll string it up, and we'll let you hear it for the very first time. We'll be right back. All right, so I've got the tuners in. I've got the saddle and the nut in. I'm going to put some strings on it. I use 12s for my melody strings and a 16 for my A string, and then a 26 for my bass string. That's the first note that this instrument has ever made. Alright, so there's the 2 Ds. Here comes the A string. actually trying to hurry this up. I've got students coming today, Friday is my teaching day here at the homestead. I tell you, I've got some of the best students around. I really have been blessed with thoughtful and students that practice. It's an odd combination. It's really been great. I truly love teaching dulcimer and ukulele. It's just a real thrill for me. Most of my students, actually right now, all of my students, they're similar age to me. And they're folks that have never played before, which is always cool. That's one of the things, you know, I was involved in Christian ministry for years, and I consider myself an evangelist for Christ. I know that upsets some folks, but you know, get over it. And I kind of take that into my dulcimer world as well, because folks are always telling me I should go do festivals and go do dulcimer related events. And in my mind, that's kind of like preaching to the choir. I want to introduce new people to the dulcimer, new people to the ukulele. And that's just been a real, gosh, I mean, we've been so blessed by doing that we can go to an art show, a fine art show, and display the instruments as works of art, introducing somebody who's never heard of a dulcimer, which is, it amazes me. There are people in the United States that have never heard of a dulcimer, but there are. So it's fun to introduce them to this instrument and then get them playing it. So I'd much rather do that than the other. And that's just us. You know, I've been doing it that way for forever. I don't think I've ever been to a dulcimer festival other than a couple out in California where I was a teacher. And it's still a bit high on the saddle side. So there you go, a brand new Traditions Dulcimer. Just strung up right before your very eyes. You all were the very first ones to hear it. So there you are, very first time of hearing a brand new Appalachian dulcimer from New Traditions Dulcimers. This is number 856. I've got to hurry up and skedaddle out of here because I've got students coming real soon. Lord bless you guys. Thanks for joining us again. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you do, listen, subscribe. Go to YouTube and subscribe. Now, don't be afraid of the word subscribe, because what that means is that YouTube sees you as a constant viewer. What it means nothing for you, actually. It means everything for us. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, New Traditions Homestead. If you're in the market for a new dulcimer, especially a 25-inch dulcimer that looks as pretty as this girl does, hit us up. Check us out. We would love to build a dulcimer for you. Lord bless you guys. Have a great, this is Friday, so have a great weekend. And we'll see you again here on the Dulcimer Homestead from Somerset, Indiana. Lord bless you.